Hello, football fans. It is my favorite time of the year, and maybe it might be yours too. Not because of the holidays or Thanksgiving and Christmas, but no, it's bowl season here in college football. An exciting slate of games throughout the college world, from the BCS games to even some of the less known games. First of all, I wanted to ask your guys' opinion of the intro video, the little thing where it says TC Tequila and NCAA 12 commentary. If you guys like it or dislike it, give me a comment and tell me your feelings about it. I might do kind of a little talk about it on a Black Ops 2 video, trying to decide whether I want to keep it or not. I think it's fun, but there are pros and cons to it, which I'll explain in that video. And I'll probably link it to one of my football commentary videos when it is finished. First off, after our first loss last game at SMU, we are back on the road to Tulsa, trying to again gain some momentum going into our main meet of our conference USA games. Before I talk about the bowl games and the Pac-12 bowl games, I just wanted to say thank you for your patience. I haven't posted an NCAA game lately. My girlfriend was out of town for a few weeks back home in Pennsylvania, and I just went snowboarding for the first time this season and trying to get my NCAA Road to Glory person done before Christmas gets here so I can get him into Madden 13 and get that all sorted out for you. I'm not going to do videos for that until he's in the NFL, but I need to get that done so it's kind of not accurate, but I don't know, it's real. It's not just I'm making the player right up in Madden 13. I'm taking him through his college career and all that jazz. Anyway, I don't have stats for this game. I did cut it off early, and so that was a couple months ago, so that's why I didn't really have super big plans of commentating back then, so that's why it's not there. And as you all are pretty much aware of, I'm a little late on these projections and previews for the games. The Nevada-Arizona game was on Saturday. I think that was the 15th. Is it Saturday? I'm not sure. Anyway, I wasn't able to watch it, had to work, and I was dealing with something. I'm going to make another Black Ops 2 video about that. It's kind of funny, but kind of sad, and just kind of a sucky situation, but you'll learn about that later. Anyway, I did pick Arizona to win, 31-17, kind of a low-scoring game than I should have put in hindsight. But I did think a middle of the Pac-12 team in Arizona would beat middle of the top team in the Mountain West Conference in Nevada. I'm sure you guys have seen the highlights. It was crazy ending. Good comeback win on multiple occasions by Arizona. And a little fight on the sidelines between a couple teammates. I haven't read too much about it or seen too much about it to know exactly what it's about, but I think at the time they were down 21-0, so maybe tensions were just running a little high. Blood was hot. Anyway, so I got that one, and I'm not going to lie about it. I did pick them to win, so let's say blah, 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 blah. I actually made the pick before I looked online. I didn't know the game was still going. It was in the fourth quarter, and then I saw Nevada was up by 10 points, I think it was, at that time. And so I was kind of depressed because the Pac-12 does have a pretty good chance of going 7-1, 6-2, something like that. So anyway, I wanted to move on to the next game. This coming Saturday, my personal favorite, obviously, Washington versus Boise State in the Mako Las Vegas Bowl. Pretty intriguing because they will meet again in the season opener. I'm going to try to go to that game next year in Seattle. Kind of interesting because the year before, Washington played Nebraska in a bowl game, which they played previously, and then they were going to play next season. So it's kind of, they're playing people in the bowl season that they play in the regular season. It's kind of funny, but anyway, Boise State ranked 19th, 10-2. Washington 7-5 coming off that Apple Cup loss to Washington State. This one's kind of hard to choose. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I like Washington, and I want them to win. I think they can pull it off against a non-AQ conference team, but Boise State just has that history and tradition now that's starting to go, and year in and year out, they're a contender, just in a not as good league. But I watched a little bit of the Boise State BYU game earlier this year, and I wasn't very impressed. Their defense was good, but their offense just wasn't intriguing. And then Washington's defense has improved greatly from last year, so that might be a pretty big matchup if Boise State can move it on Washington. Washington State's probably a little worse on the road than Boise State is, so I'm going to have to give Boise State the slight edge as much as I hate to over Washington. I'm going to say 24-17 on that one. One-score game. I think it might come down to that fourth quarter. So yeah, I'm going to have to live with that, and I'll be watching. Hopefully that doesn't come true, but we'll see. That's probably one of the most games that could be a Pac-12 defeat out of all of them. The next game is the following Thursday, a couple days after Christmas. Baylor 7-5 and UCLA 9-4 in the Bridgepoint Education Bowl. UCLA ranked 17th, and 2 straight losses on them, both to Stanford, one in the Pac-12 title game. And I don't know. Baylor's defense obviously isn't very good. And so if UCLA can score, which they will be able to, and have some stops on defense, I think they will win this game. It's going to be pretty high scoring, I believe. I'm going to say 49-36. 49-36. UCLA over Baylor, and which will give them a good preseason ranking into next year. And so I think I'm only going to do those 3 games for right now. I know one's already done, so it's just like 2. I'm sorry. And then I'm doing that because on the next Saturday on the 29th, there's 2 games. I don't want to split them up, really. Navy and Arizona, and then the Alamo Bowl between Texas and Oregon State. And then the BCS Bowls with Oregon and Stanford in them. And then the kind of lowly bowl for USC on New Year's Eve, I believe. So I'll cover those, or at least most of them, and the next ones maybe we'll leave the BCS ones for another separate one, and I'll do all BCS ones. As you can see, I kicked the game-winning field goal right here. I don't. My team does. And we get that on a last drive as time expires. So that's pretty exciting. We are now 6-1 on the season, and I hope you guys will come back to see the next bowl previews. I was maybe going to try to put in the other games, non-Pac-12 games, but don't have much time. I haven't looked too much into the matchups, so that will be that. So come back next time. We'll get the other bowl games. Thanks for watching this one. You guys have a great day, and have fun watching all those bowl games. It's going to be nice. See you guys later. Peace.